Hey guys, Hydroxate here and welcome to the true endgame that is Fashionframe. Now this week we'll be looking at looks straight off the runway for Nekros, our own Bone Daddy. Now as of the moment we have 3 helmets for Nekros. There are 2 I believe coming in the Tenor-Gen, but don't quote me on that. We have the default helmet, which is like a Grim Reaper, the Nekros Rackness helmet, which is kind of more of a skull, and the Shroud helmet, which is similar to an Executioner's helmet, or looks like a piece of toilet roll on her face. Now we only have one alternate skin for Nekros at the moment besides the Tenor-Gen skins that are coming up, and that's the Immortal skin. It features more intricate lines around the chest, the legs and the arms, which kind of give a bit more detail but is also quite tricky to colour. But without further ado, let's look at the looks. Now, as always, I want to start with the looks I wear in game. I use I call the blue steel palette, which is blues and whites. Sometimes I put a bit of gold there depending on the frame. In this case, I've used white on the Rackness helmet and the actual I call them stirrups on the legs for that kind of intimidating but still focal point that is of the Nekros Warframe. And I used the Porta armor all around, but with the Pakal sign down on the back to keep that noble animation, that very intimidating presence and silhouette. And the next look is inspired by the Grim Reaper himself, so I've used dark blacks, kind of greys and grading around a smoke colour. I used the Prisma Edo on the chest, and then Prime Eos armor on the arms and the legs to kind of give more diffusion smoke, and then the Vanquished banner on the back of the sign banner. Okay, so the next 3 looks are inspired kind of like spirit looks. I think if someone died there, this would be what comes down to their soul. So this one is a water spirit. I use blues, but I'm using the Prisma Dateless armor all around for that kind of flowing, kind of ethereal look. And I've also used the Mortal Spines, which is the attachment, the auxiliary attachment for Nekros to kind of give more of an ethereal ponytail and arm ponytail look. And now for our Swamp Spirit look from Nekros, I'm using kind of muddy greens, mossy greens, dark browns, and I'm using the Harkoner set all around, but with the iliac chest to give it more of a forest kind of spriggan look. And I really like this one. It looks really good out in kind of the Earth tile sets. And yeah, onto the Fire Spirit. And the Fire Spirit here, I'm using the Shroud helmet, kind of as if you get 3rd degree burns, they're going to cover your face up because you don't want to see that at all. I'm using the Prime Eos chest plate for more like a swirling fires inferno, and then also the Prime Eos on the arms and the legs, and then the back, of course, the Pyre Signdana to go with the whole theme. Okay, so a bit of a different look from the dark, dreary tones we've been doing before. This is kind of more light-hearted, with kind of lotus theme. So I'm using the Halta armor on the arms and the legs, Prisma Dateless on the chest, and then on the back I'm using the Festive Imperator Signdana, which has a bit of a more graphic look to it. And now we're going to get a bit abstract. So here I designed this look based on a packet of tree strings. I just saw the Immortal skin and one of the first things that kind of popped into my head. So I'm using the Yomo sign down the back, the iliac shoulders, the Prime Eos armor on the legs, and then for the chest, the Prisma Edo armor. Because it was St. Patrick's Day recently, and I'm Irish if you do not know that, I thought I'd go for kind of an Irish look, so I'm using obviously our national colours, which are green, white and orange. I'm using the Brassus skin Signdana on the back, and then the Prime Eos armour all around for more swirling Irishness. So now this next look, I asked DE Rebecca herself for kind of a name or a phrase that comes to mind for Nekros, and she said Bone Daddy, so that's what I went with. As we know, bones are rarely white, they're kind of off greys, sometimes cream. So I've went for that colour scheme, and I've used the Pakal on the legs, the Eos chest, the Prisma Dateless on the arms, and then the Ormolu Chiroptera Signdana on the back. And the last look, I call this Neon Dello Muertos. I know that's awful, but I'm using the Day of the Dead Vanquished banner in the back, and the Pakal set all around. No Mortal Spines this time, and I just kind of like the colour schemes you see on the Sugar Skulls, and that's what I went for. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There will be more videos. As you can probably hear throughout this video, I am currently going under a flu, but what better to do Nekros, the dealer of death, when I feel like death. So I will not be in the country next week, so I'll have no video next Sunday. But the following Sunday, hopefully we have an Oberon skin or something to work with. Until then, take care.